Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by rapodcast.net. This is episode 824, recorded live on February 8th, 2025. And here are your hosts. The man who's going to answer two questions I have for him, Dave Pillay.
Hello.
The man whose first question is, I have 4 beverages in front of me. Andy Lowe, hi.
4. Andy.
Yes.
My friend.
Yes.
I think you have a problem. It's not a huge problem.
No.
So, I'm not really worried about you. But, dude, come on.
So, you must pick 1, 2, 3, or 4.
North.
That is not a number.
Yeah, I know.
You must pick one.
I have to pick a number, yes. 1 through 4.
1 through 4, yes.
An integer number, 1 through 4.
Yes.
Inclusive.
There are 4 options, and the number of the options shall be 4. 5 is right out.
Well, I mean, except 5 wouldn't be right out if it was 4. 5 was right out because it was 3.
Anyway.
So 6 would be right out.
Yes. 5 is also out, though, because there are only 4 options.
4 shalt thou not count, neither count thou 2, unless then thou proceeds to 3.
3.
You know what? With that, 3.
All right. Uno, dos, tres. Haha. We have Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Oh, lame.
Well, you just have to come back next week and figure out what the...
to know what the other ones are. I have a Sprite.
Oh, wow, that is a blackberry smell. Granted, Dr. Pepper has that whole, berry smell.
Apothecary.
Yeah, yes.
It's not a berry. Dr. Pepper does not smell like a berry. It does not taste like a berry.
No, it's that, 23 flavors or something like that?
But the 23 flavors is a marketing thing. Dr. Pepper was made to taste like the smell of the drugstore that, this guy had as a kid. Or that he worked in, or something like that.
It's not bad. It's not a heavy berry flavor.
Just a very heavy berry smell.
Yes. Granted, I have been recently finishing up the last of my cans of Voodoo from this year. So I've been it's been a very berry heavy.
Yeah. The grocery store near me still has cans of Voodoo. Should I pick those up for you?
I still have. I'm trying to cut down on the amount of pop that I'm drinking. As I have, recently bought a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
And 3 others.
No, but they're not all. They're actually individual well, there's a big can, glass bottle, and a 20-ouncer. That's all I'm saying.
See, you should have presented them like that.
Nope.
Just drinks 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, just drinks 1, 2, 3, 4.
But how do I know, Andy, that you chose the third one and that you didn't just pick whichever one you wanted?
Because I like being above board, unlike Mr. Hey, how many loopholes can I find for the random topic?
A lot. Look, it's why we work so well together.
It's our Abbott and Costello routine.
Sure.
One of us plays it straight, the other one goes, I wonder how I could mess with this.
Well, that's not really Abbott and Costello.
No.
Ow.
I'm okay.
All right.
Kids tangled up all my cords here. So I tried to turn and almost took out everything on the table here. Oh, jeez. All right.
Is everything okay?
Yes. No, everything is now square on the desk. We're all okay.
Okay. Hi, Andy.
Hello.
How was your week?
Well, once again, I did not have a full week. Because
by choice or
nope.
Happenstance?
There was no school for Isaac on Thursday and Friday.
Why was this planned?
Friday was planned.
Day.
Yesterday was a teacher in service day. Thursday, though, Isaac's school got canceled because there was a bout of freezing rain that happened overnight.
Oh, no. Oh, they couldn't get the buses out, could they?
They called it at 5 a.m.
Oof, 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 oof.
Yes. 5 a.m. is when they called it. And of course, I had a whole thing already planned. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
But yes, no, yesterday was a planned day off. And Megan's daycare got shut down as well due to the weather and the fact that I guess basically influenza / norovirus has just been tearing through the daycare. So they shut it down to do a full-fledged disinfectant deep clean.
Which also sucks for parents. Like, good to have a clean daycare, but...
Yes. But luckily, Isaac was already off on Friday due to teacher...
in service.
Yes. So it's like, hey, Friday was, sorry for the late notice. Friday is, we got to shut the daycare down. And I'm like, oh.
Okay.
I'm already going to be home with one of them. Might as well be home with two of them. And we went to go see the Dog Man movie.
Dog Man?
Dog Man.
Did we talk about Dog Man?
I don't know if we have.
Because I know I've talked with someone about Dog Man because it brought up the invincible seance dog character in a story.
It's somebody Isaac has read at school. He got some of the books for Christmas. But yeah, there was a movie. And so I took him and Megan to go see the movie on Friday morning, which was nice. So that was my my Friday. Take him to the movie, then take him to McDonald's afterwards, and then we hung out at home for a bit.
Have they been getting just an absolute ton of McDonald's because of the Pokemon stuff?
Yes. There's a large stack of Pokemon cards that are all dupes. I am close to filling out the whole 15 set collection, though. I'm missing a Pikachu, and I'm missing one of the other ones. So it's like, I almost got a full set all as well.
Of physical cards?
Yes, physical Pokemon cards.
As opposed to your multiple sets of digital Pokemon cards?
Yes, that's my second question.
Oh, right. You had two questions.
Yes, I had two questions. And we got distracted from the second question. So, Isaac was getting back into Pokemon Go. So, of course, I go to the park and do my whole rotation thing between me and him in the gym. So we each can get our 50 coins.
Yeah.
One of the Pokestops got turned into this Max zone. Max stop.
Yeah. Power stop.
Power stop.
Power spot, I believe is what it is.
There was a Machamp in there who was like a 2-star.
Yep.
And so I'm here with both phones, dual boxing. And I went to go fight it, but all I could use were sheep.
Yep.
And there was like max energy. Can you explain what I'm supposed to be doing in this thing?
So, several of your Pokemon have the ability to Dynamax.
Okay. How do I find that out?
If you go to your Pokemon and you go to search.
Yes.
And you go to more.
Okay.
One of the options is Dynamax.
Oh.
There is also Gigantamax, but you don't have any.
How do you know that I don't have any?
Because I know.
you just know that
I know.
Okay.
The fact that you are asking me these questions means you do not have a Gigantamax Pokemon.
You're right. I do not have any Gigantamax. Okay, so now I have 2 sheep and a Machop.
You have 2 sheep and a Machop?
Yes.
So you got the Machop?
Yes, I did get the Machop. I don't know what I was doing in the fight because there was this max energy that popped up on the board.
Yep. So let's talk about the Dynamax Pokemon that you have right now.
Okay.
Click on the Machop.
I've clicked on the Machop. Okay.
And the Machop looks normal, right?
Yes.
Has a fast attack, has a charge attack.
Yes.
What is that Machop's fast attack?
Karate Chop.
So the fast attack from the Machop will determine its Dynamax move. So because it has a fighting type fast attack, when you Dynamax it, it will have a fighting type max knuckle attack.
Yes, it does.
It is based on the fast move, not the charge move. So all Dynamax Pokemon have a secondary moveset. They have an attack, which changes based on their fast attack. They have max guard, which is a shield, and max spirit, which is a heal. When you go into a Dynamax battle at a power spot, you and up to 3 other people in your little team, and up to significantly more if it's a Gigantamax, but you're still in groups of 4. We did a Gigantamax Gengar and it took like 40 people.
Oh, jeez. Which, going through Isaac's Pokemon Encyclopedia, those Gigantamax ones are massive in size compared to anything else.
Yes, well, so are the Dynamax. The whole point of the Dynamax is that they get big, like real big, like huge.
Yeah.
So when you start a Dynamax battle, it's like a normal raid. You've got your 3 things. You can, so it's not like a normal raid. Normal raid, you have 6. Dynamax, yes. You have 3. But you can switch them out, like, real easy. There is no cooldown on the switch. That is a very important thing to know.
Okay.
There's no cooldown on switching out your Pokemon between those 3. You fight as normal. You tap and tap and tap, and you have charge attacks, and you use your charge attacks. The dodge mechanic is a little finicky, but when it's a single target, you can dodge the attack. Sometimes they attack multi-target, and I don't think you can dodge, or there's a reduced dodge, and it's weird. Every so often, a little max sphere will appear in the battle. It will appear to your right or to your left. Swipe to move over to that spot to get that sphere. All attacks, all charge attacks, and that sphere contribute to the gauge at the top of the screen.
Okay.
When that gauge is full, you and your party mates will Dynamax. Once you Dynamax, you get 3 moves. So it's like 3 rounds, and you get to pick one of your moves every round. If you attack, you do a lot of damage. If you defend, you add a shield to yourself. If you heal the party.
Okay, so if you had a group of 3, you all could,
you could have one person be a designated attacker, one person using max guard, one person using max spirit.
Well, I just mean, like, if you have three rounds of that, you each could pick one as your starting one and then circle between all 3 of them.
You could. You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could all attack at once, all guard at once, and all spirit at once, but you don't actually want to do that either. You want to stack max guard onto, like, one person.
Okay.
It acts like a taunt.
Oh.
And a shield. So it's like a waste to use max guard on everyone. But you might want, like, one person to do max guard, attack, or even max guard, and stack the shield. And then the other 2 people attack and heal. Also worth noting, to use these moves, you have to unlock these moves.
Yeah, I see that with my Machop and my Sheep.
Yeah. So there are 3 levels of each move. Lots of 3s in this. So you start with your max attack, in this case max knuckle for Machop. But click on max knuckle and you can upgrade it
yes,
to level 2.
That. Yep.
But please note what it takes to upgrade it from level 1 to level 2.
600 energy and
600 of the max energy
coins or
and 110 not coins
candy.
110 candy. Try leveling it up to max.
All right, now I'm just going to be curious. 45 XL candy and 100.
Yep.
Oh boy. All right.
The same is for all 3 of them, right? Like, it takes 170 candy, 45 XL candy, and 1800 max energy.
Huh.
Keep harvest 1,000 max energy a day.
All right, where do I go for that?
To get the max energy?
Yeah, I remember there was a thing that I could go to.
Yep, it's on the nearby Pokemon.
Oh, yep, there it is. There it is, Power Spot. Yes, collect.
There's Power Spot.
Okay, there we go.
If you are going to upgrade your Machamp, or Machop, I would recommend also evolving it into a Machamp.
Well, So how do I find other Dynamax Pokemon? Do I have to
battle them at spots?
I battle them at spots. So where did I get these first 2 sheep?
Probably from spots early on when they first did this. And they were like, look, there's actually from the quest, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a quest that gave you the sheep.
Oh, he's a 3-star. All right. I will gladly evolve him. Okay, so when I Dynamaxed,
yeah,
like there was a button in the middle of the screen, and it had like a little like ring going around it. Was I supposed to like hold the button, or what was I supposed to do?
The one at the top of the screen?
The one at the one at the bottom of the screen.
The one at the bottom of the screen is just your normal charge attack.
Oh, why did it have like a little like a little progress bar building around it? Was that a timer?
Did they change the UI or something? Like,
I don't. This was my first time. I don't know. I was like, hey, look, a Machop. There's, it's a 2-star. Okay, I'm sitting here. I might as well do it. And I didn't know what I was doing. And somehow I lost 2 sheep at the time. But somehow I also beat this Machop. And then I also, I guess, picked it up for both of us, but no, there was a lot of confusion going on.
Yeah.
And then I left a sheep.
Yes.
You
left a sheep there, which will get some candy.
Okay.
Also, if you leave a sheep there and you go back to it, sometimes, if you're lucky, there will be a special encounter nearby. And in that case, you can actually find Dynamax Pokemon in the wild under the spot.
Oh, but I would have to go back there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very complicated now.
Yep. It is not very intuitive.
No, it is not. So confusing. But I don't know. Got him a thing there, and we'll see what he thinks about it. But yeah, we've been doing Pokemon Pocket as well. So yes, he's been pulling more packs for those. He's got 2,000 cards now in Pokemon Pocket.
Wow.
A lot of them are duplicates. A lot. And I still haven't figured out
Community Day tomorrow, by the way.
Okay. He's going to be at swimming. And this is going to be like the first time that we actually have to split. Because Megan is going to a birthday party and Isaac is going to swimming. So we're finally getting to that point where it's like, okay, we have to actually like chauffeur them to the different locations.
You have to be parents.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I have my questions have been answered.
Okay.
I am drinking my beverage.
You are drinking your beverage. You've had power spots explained.
Yes. Should we hit the topics?
Let's hit the topics.
Well, keeping on the video game news, we got a couple of video game topics. First one, on Steam, if you have been part of the early access games, Steam will now warn players if their early access game has been abandoned. And what they mean by that is there will be a warning on the page saying that the last update made by the developer was over X number of months ago. The information and timeline described by the developers here may no longer be up to date.
I wonder if, has that been a rampant issue?
Well, there have been an increase in games that are in early access. I think the first games that started in early access were like 2013, 2014, and we're talking like single digits. Now, let's see, it peaked there are now currently 300 games in early access right now.
I wonder how many fall under this criteria, though.
I don't know.
Of the 300.
Well, last year, there were 2,598 games released in early access last year.
Jesus.
So you've gone from nothing 10 years ago to over 2,000 last year.
Remember I sent you that PowerPoint presentation of the state of the games industry?
Yes.
That was actually a big thing that he was talking about, was that discovery of games has become such an issue because there are so many on the market now. And
so many on the market are just crap.
Yep.
How many times have I been playing a game on the phone and I see the ad? I'm like, well, that actually is an interesting idea. And then I go play it. I'm like, oh, this is just this game's clone.
Yeah.
This is not what the ad was. Let me uninstall this, please, as soon as possible. It's like, oh, you're trying to copy this game, but your ad was something completely different. And it was actually an interesting premise, but was not what the game was actually about. Thank you for wasting my time.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, it's the same thing with just media in general now. It's like trying to find, what am I interested in? I've said this multiple times, and I'm going to keep saying it. We need more editors, less producers.
More editors.
More editors, less producers.
Fewer producers.
Yes. There needs to be more people who can take
content that people are making and be like, let's do this to make it better. I can get behind that.
Yes, but there needs to be more people out there who are actually like, this is good content. We can make it better. This content, no. Just all those you can just get rid of. This is the good stuff. Let's make the good stuff better. The world needs more editors, less producers.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
that is not
we've
the case.
Given everyone the tools to be producers.
Yes. Which is it was so funny when I was still in the radio industry, which technically I am still in I was in the commercial broadcast industry.
It's the commercial industry.
Yes. The amount of people who I was talking to at like the speed dating job fair thing that I always went to, where it's like everybody sat down, you had 5 minutes, they would pick your brain, you would ask questions of them, that sort of thing. The amount of people there who were still not producing content. It's just like, no, if people are going to hire you, they want to know that you are able to generate something on a daily basis.
Yep.
You know, there was it iHeart or was it? No, it was Town Square. Town Square at one point had part of their DJ metrics was how many blog posts could they produce a week for the website.
As a DJ?
Yes. As a radio DJ, they had a metric for how many blog posts were you making for the website.
But that's not part of being a radio DJ.
No, but still,
I guess it is now.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that you were able to produce new content on a daily basis, basically.
Yeah.
Which,
damn.
talking to the people who were at Town Square at the time, hated that, because there were times where it's just like there's nothing going on around town. Like they had to find like stupid things going like, oh, let's find the best McDonald's in the area. It's like that's them
but
going.
Like, that's not easy. That's a lot of effort.
Well, they searched McDonald's on Yelp and they went to the highest rated ones. And they turned that into a blog post.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That sucks.
But still, it was funny watching the people whose jobs were going to be producing content, not producing content. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You don't understand what this industry is like right now, do you? And then I decided I had enough of that and left. And I am happier and healthier for it. So let's see what other video game news we got. Something that we actually talked about, actually reviewed. I reviewed Survival Mars.
Mm-hmm.
The company that made Survival Mars is now getting acquired by the company that distributed Survival Mars.
Okay.
So, yes.
So the publisher bought the studio.
Yes, the publisher has now acquired, Paradox Interactive, which was the publisher, has acquired Bulgarian developer Heiminmont. I probably mispronounced that horribly.
Oh, most certainly. Heiminmont would be my guess.
Yes, sure. Heiminmont Games.
Could be Heiminmont Games.
But they have acquired the Bulgarian developer for an undisclosed amount, and they will become a wholly owned subsidiary of Paradox following the acquisition.
Huh. I wonder why.
I don't know, but they've worked together before.
Yep.
Paradox has been, Paradox. Did they wholly purchase the developers of City Skylines? I think they did.
I don't know.
Here, let's see. Paradox Interactive. Yes, they were the ones who. Oh, Magica. Oh man, that game was crazy.
That's such a good game.
That game, especially if you weren't talking to the other people you were playing with, was just pure chaos. It was amazing. So many times, just somebody calls down rain and then somebody else calls down electricity, and then it just doesn't work. Everybody gets electrocuted or fire. Was it like fire? It was fire, water, electricity. And there was one more, right?
There were 8.
Oh, there were 8?
There are 8 types of magic.
Oh.
There is life, arcane, which is death, but they couldn't call it that.
Okay.
So life, arcane, water, fire, earth, electric, ice, and one more.
Shield.
Shield. Yep. Damn it. I was so close. I know.
You got freaking 7 out of 8, and this game came out 15 years ago.
I played it a couple months ago.
Oh, well then never mind.
Technically, I played Magica 2 a couple months ago. Yeah, and then there's the hidden one of steam. If you queue up a water and a fire, it creates a steam.
Oh.
So there's actually like a 9th element.
It's actually 10, because ice is different than cold.
Right, because you could do cold water and get ice. So, yeah.
So, yes, Paradox, Magica, City Skylines, Surviving Mars.
You're just looking at Paradox's list of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm curious about it. I mean, they've had some good games there, so. But still, it was just kind of surprising. It was like, wait a second, Surviving Mars. I have that game.
And now the folks who made it have been purchased.
Voldex has acquired Brookhaven. Do you know what Brookhaven even is?
That sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
I unfortunately know exactly what Brookhaven is because it is one of the games inside Roblox. So there's a company that has purchased not Roblox, but they have purchased a game inside Roblox.
Interesting.
Which,
as opposed to just copying it?
I guess so. Well, copying it on Roblox is very hit and miss because there have been...
Because people are already like...
They're already attached to the one... I keep on calling them levels because that's what it just feels like to me.
Worlds?
Worlds, yes. Because, like, okay, it's like, oh, yeah, no, everybody knows that, you know, Pet Simulator, you know, X is the legitimate one. And there's lots of other ones that people have made to try and mimic Pet Simulator, but it's not the actual Pet Simulator. So, yeah, somebody could try and copy Brookhaven, but it wouldn't be Brookhaven.
Okay.
There have been a couple of times where the copies have actually outdone the original, but that was mainly just because the original was too close to a certain IP.
Does that certain IP often involve catching wild animals in small balls?
That one, no. This one was actually One Piece.
Oh, okay. Because I know there are a number of Pokemon clones in Roblox.
Oh, yes. Yes, there are. But yes, no, I thought it was like, really, somebody is paying out money to buy a world inside Roblox.
Just like any other game.
Yeah, no. And, you know, it was originally, you know, made by one person. So if I, you know, was making a Roblox game and somebody said, hey, you know, we would like to buy this from you, part of me would be like, yes, thank God.
I'm free.
I'm free. I don't have to deal with all these 12-year-olds anymore. Not even 12-year-olds.
Is Isaac doing Roblox?
Every once in a while, yes. A lot of his games are, I hate to say it, really dumb.
How dumb is really dumb?
Some of these games are like there was one we were playing which we were supposed to try and slam dunk a basketball. It's like, okay, sure, whatever, but there's no actual, like, you just hit a button that says dunk and you can dunk from anywhere on the basketball court and you have to keep clicking the screen in order to build up your dunk power. And then after a certain point, you level up to the next zone. And lo and behold, what happens? You have to keep pressing the button to build up your dunk power.
So it's a clicker.
Yes, it's the clicker games on Roblox are, oh my God. But he's also done a couple of like find the like hidden object games on Roblox. Those aren't bad. It's like, you know, okay, here's a map. And it's like, okay, you have to find all these flags or all these markers or all these YouTubers. You know, some of them are pretty easy. Some of them, you know, you got to do obbies to get to. But, you know, those are a lot better than just the clicker ones. The clicker ones, it's like, okay, I will play with you for like 5 minutes and then I'm already over it. Especially like the ones where it's like they have a free auto clicker in the game. So it's like if I just sit here and idle, you know, it's going to build me up. And then as soon as I get to the next level, okay, I'll jump to that. And then I'll just idle at the next level again. And it's just rinse and repeat over and over again. I'm like, I don't even get what the purpose is. Granted, they also have pets. So there's a gotcha element built into there in all of these clicker games.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are we just teaching our kids how to gamble?
You know, I had to pause after you said that.
You also haven't answered it.
I know, because I'm still processing the question, because that is because what does Isaac like? Isaac likes Pokemon, which I'm sitting here helping him earn hourglasses so he can rip packs.
Yep.
Luckily,
which is just...
it's not costing me anything. You know, it's not like, oh my gosh, it's just the pure chaos of the actual TCG right now. But, you know, like some of his favorite YouTubers was Deep Pocket Monster, who is, you know, all about trying to build like full sets under an artificial time limit of something that he makes up. So he's sitting there just like, you know, ripping packs.
Yep. That dopamine hit.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know, I get it too. When I saw him pull the gold Mew and then pulled the gold Dialga, and he pulled, I think he's got a majority of the chase cards now in Pokemon Pocket. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I don't know what those are.
They're each, Hold on, I wonder how I can, okay, can I do this by here and then I can sort by rarity, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's got 2 gold cards and 2 immersive cards. So he's got some of the top cards in the game that people are hunting. It's just like, okay, he's excited about that. Well, I don't know. And I try to get him into Pokemon Yellow and he's like, this is so hard and tedious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep.
Video games are hard.
Granted, now he's getting back into Minecraft, and so that's not really a gacha. There's no gacha element into that.
Unless you add it with mods.
Which he is doing a lucky block, 1 block, which was just pure chaos sometimes. But
so, food for thought.
Okay.
More games.
What do we got?
Netflix,
yes. This was... Netflix
What's
games.
going on with Netflix?
Well, Netflix...
First off, as a reminder to people, Netflix has games.
Yes, on the app. You can.
Which is still weird to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I tried downloading a couple of them. But they seem to be trying to figure out what they're doing with Netflix games.
Gee, I wonder why.
Because right now they're saying that they are adjusting our portfolio as we learn more about what our members like.
Maybe the fact that you're trying to put games on a platform that no one thinks about with games, maybe you should have thought of that a little more at the start.
Possibly, yes. So, yes, they're removing even more games from the Netflix games section of Netflix. But yeah, no, that was one of those things where it's like, yeah, there are games on... we first heard them like, okay, this is what... it was like Netflix was trying to do GameFly, but not... Because they're like, okay, original Netflix and GameFly, that made sense, right? When Netflix was still sending out DVDs, sending out video games as well, would just make... That makes sense.
Except it didn't. Because like a movie you're going to watch and then send it back within a couple days.
Yes.
A game is often a weeks-long thing.
Yes, that is true.
So
yeah, trying to put
whereas
games on
Netflix... I've actually, like, because I used one of the mail-in game things, and it was so bad, because, like, you'd mail it back in, it would take a while to get there, and then if you were lucky, one of your top 5 were available, and so then they'd mail it to you, and, like, you'd lose an entire billing cycle to the mail. It was just bad and dumb. So anyway, Netflix is trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yes. And it turns out right now they're just shutting down a lot of things in the process.
Yeah, because it's costing them money, and they're not making money off of it.
No, they're not.
I love the comments at the bottom of like, well, it's dead.
Well, speaking of something that was supposed to be on Netflix games, Football Manager. Football Manager 2024. Well, no, sorry. Football Manager 2025 was supposed to be on there. But the company who is doing Football Manager has said that they are canceling Football Manager 2025. And they are not going to put out a new one until 2026. This is a game that has basically been released every year since 1992. And they are finally saying, you know what?
Maybe we should take a year off.
Yes. Well, it was already delayed twice.
I mean, it worked wonders for EA Sports NCAA football, taking, a decade off.
That's true.
It became like the number 1 selling game last year. But also, this is an interesting decision. They are walking away from a lot of money.
Well, EA had okay FC25 sales. They weren't great, and their stock price took a 15% dip due to that.
Well, yeah, but that's because they lost the FIFA contract.
Yeah, but yes, no.
They were trying to say, look, we're fine without them. And they probably are. Yes. But, investors are weird.
Yeah. But yes, no, they decided that, outside of card mechanics, not much has changed in these games for a while. Even football, basketball, soccer, that's what's the difference between Madden 24 and Madden 25?
The roster.
Yep.
That's it. Okay.
But
what else would you like to talk about?
That was a bit surprising, though. It's like, annual games getting canceled for the year.
Well, I mean, it's surprising, but it's not EA, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. EA, though, announced that they are doing Battlefield Labs.
Battlefield Labs?
Yes.
What is Battlefield Labs?
Battlefield Labs is basically taking their QA and throwing it to the community.
Oh, no. Well, okay, hang on. Because there's a difference between QA and, like, user testing.
Well, they're doing the Battlefield Lab describes they're going to be, so they said this is a testing program for the next Battlefield game. So they are going to try and get fans to come in and give feedback on their experiences. And this they said is a pre-alpha build, suggesting that it won't hit the market before 2026. So yes, this is community testing of the next Battlefield or maybe the Battlefield after that, and trying to get them to share their feedback with the developers, which as soon as the registrations opened, the website crashed. There were so many people trying to sign up for...
I have a piece of feedback.
Maybe you should... You should have load tested your playtesting website before going live.
I mean, I feel bad for any company where that happens, because you can only test so much.
Yes.
And you have to pick some value of we should get this many people. And you build to that. And in fact, you probably build to like 2 or 3 times that. But then you get hit with like 100 times that.
So the other fun thing is that the fans will have to sign an NDA before getting to participate in the program.
Oh, yeah, that's going to go real well.
Mm-hmm. So,
like,
yes.
What do you expect all of these people, these thousands and thousands of people, to respect the NDA?
Oh, no. How many times have I read articles on Kotaku or somebody else where it's like, oh, somebody, an anonymous tipster, shared these, screenshots with us.
Yeah. Battlefield Labs registration is open.
Yeah. So many people wanted to do it that it crashed their website.
Well, because they all think like, oh, man, I get to play the next game early.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what this is, guys. It's not. That's like saying I get to work at, I get to play video games for a living when I'm doing video game QA testing.
No, you'll have to do, hey, can you try this thing over and over and over again?
I need you to walk into this wall from every angle.
Yep. Yeah, we need to see if there's any open, spots.
What happens when you pick up and put back this one item from your inventory 300 times? QA testing sucks.
Somebody posted earlier in the week that they had 280.
QA testing video games sucks a lot.
They had 284,780 people ahead of him on the list. That is a lot of people. But we'll see if it's any good. But part of me was like, really, you're just outsourcing to the community.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see when it comes back around.
Yep.
More video game. Man, this is a very video game heavy episode.
Well, do you want to talk politics? Because I don't.
No. You mean how the FCC is like going after NPR and PBS?
Yep, for no apparent reason, or the fact that CBS is going to... Well, they posted the full unedited interview with Kamala Harris because the FCC had asked them for that. And they are probably still going to settle the lawsuit with...
Which lawsuit?
The lawsuit Trump had sued CBS.
Yeah.
Due to the unfairness or something with the interview being libel or something like that. Because CBS's parent company, Paramount, is currently in the negotiation stage, I think, to purchase Is it Skydance that they're trying to purchase?
Welcome to the oligarchy.
Yes, they are currently trying to merge with Skydance. And of course, who has the ability to put holds on mergers?
On media mergers?
On media mergers?
Would that be the FCC?
Mm-hmm.
Of course it would. I don't like this timeline, Andy.
Nope. So yes, so CBS is looking to settle the lawsuit with Trump, basically so they don't piss off Trump and therefore have him sic the FCC on their planned merger.
Yeah. Or that Trump just put himself on the board of the Kennedy Center at D.C.
During the last Trump administration, he never actually went to anything at the Kennedy Center. Even the presidential honors, he didn't even go to that. So he put himself on the head of the board of something that he wasn't even bothered with during his previous administration.
Yep.
I bet you anything it was because of that stupid drag queen show at the Kennedy Center.
It is indeed because of the drag queen show. You are correct. So Donkey Kong,
Yes.
I did not know this, but Donkey Kong, because I've never watched King of Kong.
Okay, yes.
But Donkey Kong has a kill screen.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I knew the Pac-Man kill screen, the Tetris kill screen, but I did not know Donkey Kong had a kill screen. Apparently, you can avoid it.
Yes.
But it requires a test.
Yeah, you have to be frame perfect because, I guess, if Mario tries to go up a broken ladder, once you reach the top of the climbable portion of a broken ladder, you can still nudge him upward by pointing the joystick down for exactly 4 frames and then up for a 5th frame. And so you would have to alternate, basically be frame perfect in order to...
4 down, 1 up, 4 down, 1 up.
Yes.
Which, so you're pressing, yeah, that's hard to move the joystick even.
Yep.
In that one frame, in that 60th of a, 24th of a second, I assume?
Yes, because this would be the old school CRTs.
Well, I don't know, because I know that Mario runs at 60, internally it runs at 60 frames per second.
Oh, but yes, he used an emulator to run precise, repeated, frame-perfect input dozens of times in a row.
Yeah, well, that's what you do with tool-assisted speedruns. That's not the frame data I was looking for.
So the other thing, though, was the fact that in theory, people have figured out, might have been not even using this frame-perfect ladder climb because the timer resets, so you only have 4 seconds to complete the stage before you die. So people are like, even with 4 seconds, you don't have enough time to do this in order to get up to the top. Well, it turns out that every time Donkey Kong throws a barrel in Donkey Kong, there is a 1 in 32 chance that he will wait an extra half second before throwing the next barrel.
Okay.
And the game's bonus timer, which is what will kill you, only ticks down when Donkey Kong actually throws a barrel.
So you have to get the right RNG.
Yes. So if Donkey Kong decides to delay his barrel throw 19 times in a row, you don't even have to do the trick. You could actually finish the level normally.
Assuming you're, really good. Okay, so you need a 1 in 32 chance 19 times in a row.
Well, that would just to do it normally.
Yeah.
Of course, the odds of 1 in 32, 19 times a row is 1 in 40 octillion.
Right. Like, it's an impossibility.
Yes.
Like, that just doesn't happen. I did a Google search because I was trying to find out if it's 60 FPS, which I assume it is, because, all games are. And I stumbled on this, which is this is for a very specific group of people.
Hold on, Oh, there it goes. It finally beeped on me. UltimateFrameData.com Donkey Kong. Oh my goodness.
This is for a very specific group of people. It is a frame-by-frame analysis of every Smash Brothers character's movesets. Including the number of startup frames, how long it takes. What?
Oh, and where the hitboxes are also.
Yep.
Wow, that is...
So, what part of their body is the hitbox? Oh my god. There's so much data here.
Which, would not matter to 90%, 99% of the people.
Yeah.
Unless those 99% of those people are all professional Smash Bros. Players.
It's gotta be very few people who are doing this. This is a lot of data.
Yes. Right. So the guy who found the way past the old kill screen actually was able to get past the next 4 stages to reach level 22-6. So he was actually able to...
Good for him.
Yeah, he literally was the first person to actually see previously unseen levels.
I mean, someone's got to have put in a memory hack. If you're doing tool-assisted speedruns, someone must have already done a thing where it just sets the level to be 22-3.
Possibly. But he was able to reach level 22-6, but at that point, there is a level where Mario has to remove 8 rivets before getting up to Donkey Kong, and there's just no possible way to overcome the glitch timer.
Yeah.
So 22.6 might now be the new official
Kill
screen of Donkey Kong.
But only on a TES, right?
Yes.
A human playable one, there's no way for them to get there.
No, unless somebody figures out something like that crazy Tetris joystick shaky thing.
Where they play Tetris by like drumming on the back of the controller.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, we just totally changed how people play Tetris.
And then there's in case anybody is wondering, the patent for the Switch 2's mouse mode got posted. So they actually show how the mouse mode is supposed to work for the Joy-Con.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard of this, but I don't understand it.
You can use
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the Switch 2's Joy-Con will be able to be used as a mouse.
Not a very ergonomic mouse.
No, but still, it's a mouse. So maybe Mario Paint for the Switch?
People would flip. They would flip if Nintendo was like, yeah, we remade Mario Paint, but like modern. This isn't Mario Paint. It's Mario Photoshop.
And in case anybody's wondering, PlayStation Network is finally back up after being down for over 24 hours.
Ouch. Ouch. Oof.
Which GameStop posted on their Twitter, or X, or whatever it is, going, oh, how about those physical copies now, huh?
Oh my god, that is the best comeback.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
GameStop.
I love that.
Sick burn, man. That was good.
That is a good burn from GameStop. I mean, sucks to be GameStop right now, but like that was really good.
Yep. So yeah, over a 24-hour outage, which, oof, PlayStation better have a good reason why it's been down for more than 24 hours. And so far, the only thing,
the server bill.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Who unplugged the server to plug in a vacuum cleaner?
You know that story, right?
Where the server kept on restarting in the middle of the night because the cleaning guy kept on unplugging it to plug in the vacuum cleaner?
Yep.
I had one similar when I had a server that would crash every 2 weeks at the radio station. I could not figure out what was going on. Well, it's because there was an error in the UPS unit's self-test.
That tested every 2 weeks.
That tested every 2 weeks. It took me a couple, I was trying to figure out, like, why did this crash? I'm like, so I would just post it on a thing there. And finally, after a couple of months, because it was only once every 2 weeks, I finally looked. I'm like, wait a second. These are all happening 2 weeks apart, plus another 30 minutes, which was the time it took for the server to fully reboot and get everything up and running and phone back home. And I'm like, two weeks at this. So I'm like, okay, so I'm predicting that it's going to happen at this time. And I'm sitting there and I see the UPS unit turn on to do the self-test. And then 30 seconds later, it just drops like a stone. And I'm like,
oh.
Well, that would do it.
Yep.
And of course...
And then you restarted the server.
Yep. We got a new UPS at that point.
Yeah.
So yes, I had one similar to that. It's like, why does this keep crashing? Oh, because it's a problem with the UPS. And of course, the UPS, the person had set up a thing to only send back failed self-tests. Well, the self-tests never got to the point of failure because it just crashed.
Oops.
Yeah.
Something to be said for, like, getting the spam of, hey, self-tested, everything's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to talk about space or no?
How are we doing on time?
Oh, we're an hour 10 right now.
Okay. Shall we skip the space?
Sure.
And hit the randoms?
Hit the randoms. It is
my random review.
Yes.
I would like to review Balatro.
Balatro. I have heard about this multiple times. It's like an RPG but poker, right?
Close. It's not an RPG. It's a roguelike.
But it's poker.
Yes. It's someone took the idea of what if roguelike but poker. So you start with a deck of 52 cards. Standard deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we deal you some number of cards. That is your hand. From that hand, you have X amount of discards. So, they're like, I'll take 3, I'll take 5, right? You can discard up to 5 cards at a time as if it were a poker hand, and you have some number of plays. And you need to score X number of points, which is the blind. There's the small blind, the big blind, and the boss blind. And so the number of points just keeps going up. And different poker hands have different point values. But it's not just point values, they also have different multipliers. So, like, the cards you use are the points, but the type of hand you play is bonus points plus multiplier. And so that's the base game, right? You get a deck of 52 cards, you start the round, you have to get X amount of points, you draw cards, and like, cool, like, I drew a flush. I'll play the flush, and then draw the 5 cards. And, like, now I have a straight, and so I can play that straight. The thing is, as you go through the game, as you do each run, you get cards that modify or change your deck. So the run I had where I actually like won on the base game, I had 26 clubs. Because I had managed to turn all of my hearts into clubs.
Okay.
And then I had a card that was anytime you play a club, excuse me, every time you play a club, add 2 to the multiplier.
Well, that will start to...
So, I'm playing a bunch of flushes because I've got 26, like half the deck are clubs, and you're drawing 10 cards at a time. So, like, yeah, I've got a flush, and then I've got another flush, and then I've got another flush. And, like, because they're all clubs, it's adding a bunch of points to the multiplier. It's brilliant. It's brilliant in its simplicity. It's a great example of, like, take a concept, a video game archetype, like roguelike, and say, okay, now apply it to something that doesn't typically follow into that. So what if roguelike, but poker?
Okay.
It's really good. It's really good. And I'm not even getting into like half of it because you have a set of jokers, which are all modifiers to how the cards are scored and progressed. You can get arcanas that change the deck. You can get modifiers to your cards. So, like, you can turn this card gold. If it's still in your hand at the end of the round, you get more money at the end.
Oh, all right.
So it's an incentive to not play that
it.
card.
Yep.
Or this card is made of glass. It gives a like ×4 multiplier to the multiplier. So now you're doing not just additive multiplication, you're doing multiplicative multiplication. But it also has a 1 in 4 chance of breaking because it's glass.
I see.
And if it breaks,
then you don't have it anymore.
It's out of your deck. It's gone. So you like, I'll take my ace of spades and make it glass, and like I'll get huge points on like this royal flush. But then it breaks the ace, and then you can't use it anymore. It's gone. There's cards that just they mess with your deck with like pick 3 cards and increase their value by 1.
Well, how does that work for an ace?
I don't know. I haven't tried it with an ace. Maybe it turns it into a 2.
Well, yeah, ace high or ace low.
It's a fantastic game. It's really well designed. The audio is crisp. The visuals are cute. It's so damn simple. If you like playing poker, you should try this game. Just don't expect it to be poker.
Yeah, I see a clink here. There is a +4 multiplier for every ace, 2, 3, 5, or 8 played, and it's called Fibonacci.
Yep, because it's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8.
Yep.
Because the Fibonacci's, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, but
yep.
Yes. Yeah, there are hundreds of these jokers.
150.
Yeah, including just some really weird-ass ones. There's the Ride the Bus Joker. +1 multiplier per consecutive hand played without scoring a face card. Where are some of the rare ones? Because they have commons, right? There's common, uncommon, rare. If first hand of round only has 1 card, add a permanent copy to the deck and draw it to your hand. Each king held in hand gives a ×1.5 multiplier. Damn. Yeah, I had one that like got better the more planets you played. Yeah, gains ×0.1 multiplier per planet card used. And I used a lot of planet cards. It was up to like a ×6 multiplier, which takes your multiplier and multiplies it by 6.
Oh boy.
That was the hand that was the round that I actually won, because it, every club like added 2, and then at the end of that it was ×6, and I had a couple other things that would give me bigger bonuses for like, +20 to your multiplier.
Somebody's making an actual physical deck of cards to look like this. That's nice.
That's cute.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it looks like it's available on basically every platform.
Yes.
Steam, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, iOS, and
Highly
Android.
recommend.
Well, I do have
It's on Android?
It's on Android, yes. $10.
Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely recommend.
Which is,
I didn't even realize it was on Android.
I think my Google Funny Money right now is up at some ridiculous amount. Yep, $20.58. So
yeah, highly recommend. You start and it's like, okay, this is fun. Okay, this is oh my god. Like, it's so good.
All right. Well, I've got credits to burn right now, so I'll have to try this out. Well then, to move to our random topic, rolled ahead of time. Speaking of gambling, again. Hey, Dad, it's your children from the future. Could you bet for us $25 on Michigan State winning the national championship in football in 2023? Thanks. Well, my children from the future, you guys did not find the correct time to send this back in time to.
Also, like, they didn't win.
No, they didn't.
In 2020. They're like, do you want us to lose 25? Was that an important $25?
Like,
also, I don't have kids?
But of course, yes, my children of the future are now betting, it seems, and they're doing horrible bets.
Really bad bets. Like, they're in the future.
They should know.
Or maybe this is like, we need to influence the past, but if you tell them exactly what to do, then like that changes the things, because then they have awareness. You can't tell them what it is they need to do, because awareness of the thing would change the thing. So this is them trying to get around that by telling us to do something very different or weird that won't have a significant impact. Also, $25 is not a huge bet.
No, it is not. They could have just told me, hey, $25, go out for dinner by yourself. I mean, $25, I think I spent that at McDonald's for the three of us.
That makes me feel sad.
Yeah.
Are you using the coupons in the app?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Which reminds me, I have 2 Happy Meals I have to buy by the end of the month, or I lose the points.
Yeah.
So,
welcome to the oligarchy.
But yeah, betting $25 on Michigan State. When I looked this up, for some reason, Hans, because of course MSU, sent this in November of 2023. So he sent this during the 2023 football season.
But like, they weren't doing good that year.
No. When was the last time Michigan State was doing good in football?
A long time ago.
Let's see. MSU football. What do I want to look up? MSU football
seasons.
Here we go. Yeah, good call. Let's see. This year they went 5-7. Last year they went 4-8. Year before that, 5-7. 2021 they went 11-2, and they won the Peach Bowl. So 2021 was the last year that MSU won under Mel Tucker. But let's not talk about Mel Tucker.
Why aren't we talking about Mel Tucker?
Because Mel Tucker was suspended without pay and fired for just cause.
Okay, we don't talk about Mel Tucker
in 2023.
Okay,
so
was this the women's gymnastics thing, or is this something else?
that was Larry somebody at MSU. Larry Nasser?
I think so. Sounds right.
Yep, Larry Nasser. Yep. Yeah. We won't talk about that either. But yeah, no. Would you bet for this? No, I will not.
Nope.
Unless you, children from the future, can give me a better reason to do so. Wait, if you can already send this back in time, why don't you just go back and bet yourself?
Well, because that's what they're doing, Andy. They can't go back in time. They can send a message back in time.
Okay, send an email to somebody back in 2023 at FanDuel.
I mean, Andy, that's what they're trying to do is through you.
Yeah, but
they don't have access to like a bank account.
No, that's true. That is true.
You can't just send an email to FanDuel to bet on a game. Have you gambled, Andy? Like,
no, I have not.
Do you know how this works?
No, I don't, actually. I do not know how gambling, sports betting through an actual sports betting platform works.
And with that, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad.
That's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast, or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.